purchase.
I want to fight.
Okay. So these are my grandparents. Ed and Flo Petrus. And my first question is, what is your first memory?
Your first.
I don't remember what my first memory was, but the earlier memories are the house where we lived initially, and I can kind of remember what it was like and what the arrangements were. I had a crib initially, and as I aged, moved me onto a couch.
And my first memory is probably, I can't go way back to where I was born on White Street in McKeesport at Grandma Remus's house. I wasn't born in a hospital. So, but I do remember my grandmother out in the garden. I must have been, I'd say maybe around, I'm not saying 2, but if through photographs, the memory is that Grandma was holding me, Grandma Remus holding me in her lap in the garden, and my dad's behind her, hugging her, and she's hugging me. My next memory is a little flower, and I was maybe about 2.5 to 3, and I'm blowing on the flower, and we're at the cemetery where I guess Grandpa Remus died, and all the family came, and they were all fixing the flowers, and it must have been Memorial Day.
All right, so when you guys were in school, what was your favorite subject?
Oh, I like most of the subjects. I'd say probably math overall for the entire 16 years of school. I was taking math.
What was the highest level math that you got into?
Probably differential equations.
Absolutely, literature and art. First English book that we had, because we were in a private Catholic school, so there were no books for first grade and second grade that I recall. I don't even know how I learned to read, but it had to be somehow. They must have taught us. We didn't have a lot of books, but my other book was in third grade. It was in the poem about the owl and the pussycat.
So what did you guys do with your first paychecks?
I spent it. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was on. I had a lot of odd jobs as a child when I was in school. And the first called real job was somewhere I graduated. I worked at National Tube in McKeesport as a laborer. I was on the labor gang, earning $1.23 per hour.
I don't remember a big job. I knew I babysat. Have no recollection of how much. My stepfather owned a restaurant, so we didn't get paid, but you know, we worked in the restaurant a little bit, helped with the tables, etc.
Well, I'd say a big purchase was a TV set. I had a scholarship to Carnegie Tech, and I took the money that I had earned during the summer, and I bought a TV set for the family. I had 4 siblings, still have 4 siblings, and well, they were really young at the time, but that was probably the biggest purchase to that date. And also when I was in the service, I was over in England, and I bought a VW Beetle, and I think I got a break on the taxes, and that cost me $1,092.
What occurred in the best day of your life?
We got married, and also the birth of our 4 children. Recent one was celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary last year.
Naturally, it's going to be the birth of our children, our first child. The experiences of each and every single child was very dramatic.
And then the last question is, what are each of your favorite books?
I'm not sure I can really say. I've been trying to think here, but I've read a lot. I enjoy many of them. The Brothers Karamazov. I was going to say War and Peace. I've read that, but that was tough slogging. And in recent years, I've read a lot of mystery stories, and I really enjoy them now. I've read history, and I also have some interest in ancestry, evolution, that sort of stuff.
Well, as a child, I used to go to the library, walk up to the top of the hill. The library was like Carnegie Castle, and that to me was like going into fairyland. And my idea was to collect as many books as I could, and in my little, they used to stamp the book holder, the little when you checked your books out. And so out of all those books, that was when I was a child, those fairy tales, because life was so tough at times that I liked to dream about all the happy things that could happen in a little fairy tale. But I grew into adulthood and literature, and that was my thing. I enjoyed British English language, British stories in my freshman year. That was my favorite book, and I still have it. It was a textbook. That was my favorite, and I still have that.